What's up YouTube? Thanks for tuning in again. This video is going to be strictly on fitting the turbo into our Super Beetle Subaru swap. So today what we're going to show you is fitting our VF48 from an STI along with the top mount intercooler. We're going to be fitting that into the Super Beetle as far as making mounts for both of them, and also any of the plumbing between the turbo to the intercooler and the intercooler to the throttle body. We're also going to be making the frame for our firewall because we're going to be using that to mount the top mount intercooler. Let's get right into it because there's going to be a lot of fabrication today. Alright, so we're going to make a little cut in this Subaru bracket because I think we can almost keep the turbo exactly where it would be located using the factory up pipe. And if we can add a spacer to the intake manifold and just get a different L coupler that goes from the intercooler to the turbo, we may be able to use the factory mount, the factory bracket for the up pipes, as well as the factory up pipe itself, which will make things a lot easier. And also I can, if I want to upgrade or use different components, it'd be easier to fit with stock Subaru stuff versus always having to make custom up pipe anytime I want to change things around.
This is where we're at. So you can see, obviously this coupling currently is not working, but I think rather than having to make a custom up pipe and custom mounts or custom up pipe brackets, I think the easier route is going to be to actually, if I get a small phenolic or whatever you call it, a small spacer to lift the intake manifold just slightly, so I avoid this potential interference here, and then I can just get a generic or universal silicone hose that'll be long enough that I can just trim to fit here. And if I do that, it's a little hard to see under here, but I think you may be able to see I'm actually using the factory Subaru up pipe bracket there, and I think we're going to be pretty much all set, and it actually saves me a lot of work. The only thing I'll still have to figure out, which was a problem either way, was where exactly that downpipe is going to go, which I'm thinking it'll go basically over and back out, and maybe sneak it out here, or I don't know, we'll figure it out when we get there, I guess. But so the next step here, honestly, I think is going to be to make this bracket so that we can actually hold it in place on the front. We already have it held in place on the side. This is actually here, well, of course I'm wiggling it around. The actual turbo isn't bolted down, but the up pipe, you can see here I'm actually moving the car with the up pipe, so it's on here pretty sturdy. And this is really good news because this saves me a lot of fabrication work if I can just get a silicone hose and some spacers to make this work as it is.
So we've been waiting for the silicone hose, which we now have. This is great, so we'll trim this to fit, and we will be able to use more or less everything factory on this turbo setup. Obviously, we'll have to make our own downpipe. What I also have been waiting for here are these phenolic spacers, and essentially these go under the intake manifold to lift it up. The reason people, I should say, the marketing material says that this will significantly cool the intake charge before it gets to the motor by lifting the intake up off of it and creating another thermal barrier with these phenolic spacers. But in reality, I'm only using them for the spacing purposes because I'm worried that once we get our silicone hose in here, we may have a little clearance issue with the, I believe this is the throttle position sensor, which we're going to have to keep. It's hard to tell here, but it's not a really firm interference. We may be able to get the silicone hose in there, but I figured adding a spacer intake manifold will lift this all up and we will have no issues attaching. So that's really the updates for now, and I'll just show you a quick look from the inside so everyone kind of sees where we're at. We have the, you can see here, we have the intercooler in place. We have you can see kind of the back housing of the turbo. If I zoom in, oops, and these are just temporary mounts for the intercooler, but they are holding it in place pretty well. We will have to cut them and redo them once we get the spacers on the intake manifold, because that's going to change our spacing.
Good. That is really good that it already reaches. So we'll have to trim it in both directions. Okay. It looked like a big chunk, but hopefully that wasn't too much. Actually, that really didn't look like too much. Just scary. Now that we've got everything mocked up, we're actually going to cut this access hole a little larger and make a real reinforcement for it, so we can actually mount the real intercooler mounts to it and kind of move forward from that. Because right now our temporary intercooler mounts are kind of making everything a little wiggly, too wishy-washy to really figure out where everything fits. So we're going to take the turbo out for a little bit. We're going to get all our mounts, the up pipe bracket, as well as the intercooler mounts, kind of as a more permanent position, and then we can move forward with getting the turbo in its final place as well.
Alright, I just want to give a quick update. What you see here is I actually took our 2x1 rectangular tubing and I cut it down the diagonals to make us 2 pieces of L angle iron. And what we'll use this for is to basically reinforce the opening inside the Volkswagen. You'll see we'll kind of reinforce along this perimeter, and that'll allow us to not only make our kind of sheet metal dog box, but it'll also allow us to have an area where we can mount our our top mount intercooler brackets too. So we'll continue with that, and I'll show you in a few minutes, you know, the overall frame that we're looking for. So here's a better idea of what we're going for. So you can see I have all these angle irons made up as a box, and essentially what we'll do is we'll put captive nuts in here so that we can come from the bottom and we'll bolt this whole frame to the car, and that'll make this easily removable if we want to take it in and out. And then what we'll do is on the tall ends we'll actually eventually make an interface for like our dog box to cover this all in and make basically our firewall. So what I'm going to do now is tack these together and kind of get a more solid frame, and then we can start working in our intercooler mounts, and we can move forward with kind of all the turbo work and the turbo placement. So now that we have this trimmed a lot better to fit, you can really see what we're going for. So what we'll do is we'll add some pilot holes along these 1-inch channels across, maybe like 2 per side or so. And then we will have this kind of where we want it, so we can start making our intercooler mounts and also start to figure out how this dog box is going to fit in here. And so we're going to use Clecos or Klecos, I think they're called Clecos. And we're just going to basically drill them to fit for the holes here, and then the same size in the car. Alright, so we got the frame Clecoed in here. And now you can really see what we're going for. So basically where the clecos are will be bolts in the future, which will make this all removable. It also helps reinforce from what we've cut out, which is really helpful. And it gives us this face on the side so that we can actually bolt our firewall too when it comes time to make that. So that's really good, in addition to us having kind of all these surfaces to create our intercooler mounts and any other possible mounts that we may need to make along the way. So we'll get the nuts welded on here and we'll bolt this in for final, for final assembly, and then we can work on our intercooler mounts. And then from there, we'll just finish this other mount right here for the turbo. We need to connect it to this hole on the block. So you see we kind of trimmed it back, and we'll create a new adapter piece to get to there. And here we are again now with our clecos being officially replaced with weld nuts and bolts. So our next step will be to get our top mount intercooler, to get our intercooler mounts attached to this frame. And then we can kind of wrap up our turbo assembly.
Alright, since the phenolic spacer showed up before we finished all this, we're going to put them in. The only downside is that you need intake manifold gaskets on both sides of the spacer. So I was also waiting for those, but luckily we have everything, so we're just going to go for it. Alright, so we're switching over for a little bit. I've been working on this this bracket from angle iron, and essentially what I'm using it for is to mate the original turbo up pipe bracket that I had cut to fit. So this is originally for a STI motor, so the mounting point would be a little different, and in my car it actually didn't fit correctly, so I cut it in half, and my intention is to weld in this piece here. It's still got a little grinding to go, but we are getting pretty close on it. And so we got this piece pretty close. Alright, so we got this all finish welded. You can see it's in pretty good shape. Burnt myself on a skillet making s'mores. Ignore that. So yeah, see, it's all welded up. I also did just a little grinding to make it look a little prettier. But yeah, just get this in place and we'll be done with it. Just figured I'd do this while the intercooler is out because it's a lot easier to get to. You can see, there's the final position. Alright, so now that we get the turbo exactly where it's going to live permanently, our next step is going to be to actually put some permanent intercooler mounts in here. So we already have it kind of mocked up in place, and I'm going to do the same thing we did with the turbo up pipe, which is use the factory brackets and rework them to work in my situation. So you see now I have my 2 flanges where I can create my downward pieces to mate with these. It actually looks like it's gonna be pretty easy. Should be a nice change. Looks like I can even reuse these pieces into my uprights. Alright, so now you can see we have our intercooler. There we go. You can see we have our intercooler mounts tacked in here to the firewall frame. So we'll just do a full weld on both sides, all intersections, and we will be good to go on this intercooler mount. And I'm very happy with it. So here we have it. The intercooler is finished installed now. All the welds are completed. You can see down here, we use the Subaru bracket. Use the Subaru bracket to mate to the intercooler. There we go. So you can see here we use the Subaru bracket to mate to the intercooler on both sides. And this thing is in for good. The only thing we may have to adjust is just that silicone adapter, the elbow. It's very tight fit, so I think it might go a little bit more. But as you can see, I'm not sure if we're going to get that full half inch or so that we're going to need to actually get this back on. So luckily I bought a second one just for this reason. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And make sure to hit the subscribe button because we have a lot of content coming out in the next few weeks. For the Super Beetle, we're going to be working on finishing up the turbo, which involves welding in the AN fitting into the oil pan for the turbo drain, our PCV routing, and of course we have to wire in our MS3 Pro Evo into our engine harness. And after that, we're ready for our first start, which all of this should be happening in just the next few weeks. And don't forget, we also have our 1,000 subscriber project coming up, which is going to be very exciting. As always, thanks for the support. Make sure you check our Instagram to catch up on anything in between our YouTube videos. Hope to see you again soon.